What is going on, guys? It is Laker Nation all day. You know how we do in here. It's all about us, and the game's not over. But once again, man, I am recording, and we're just getting blown out. Technically, the game's not over till it's over, but I'm recording because I'm confident that we are in no position to win this game. Just watching the game, we had no energy. We were getting out rebounded, and I'm gonna go over a couple of players that I'm really upset about. But I'm gonna just say, listen, we got out rebounded, we turned the ball over too much. Why even fly to Memphis if you're gonna come out with an effort like this? I mean, you started off the game well. The second quarter, you just did not. Third quarter, right? They went on a run, a 6-0 run, and then they just could. I mean, this is a Grizzlies team without Ja Morant and Dillon Brooks, and this is happening. It makes me look like an idiot because when I say this Laker win against the Celtics last game was a statement win, they can finally get some consistency going, right? LeBron's not hurt, AD's not hurt, Westbrook's not hurt. Let's do something. But now I am sitting here talking once again. The game is not over, and they lost to the Grizzlies without their two best players. I mean, how many times do I have to keep doing this? How many times are the Lakers going to lose to teams like this? Now, listen, I understand, and I've been the person to say, the Cavs with LeBron, K-Love, and Kyrie, they started 23-23. LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, they started 11-10. I get all of that. But that does not mean that you can't give effort. That does not mean you can go without giving energy. The Grizzlies, on paper, especially without Ja Morant and Dillon Brooks, I mean, don't get me wrong, they've been playing extremely good basketball these last 5 games. There's a stat posted saying that the Grizzlies had not trailed once. But you can't play like this against a Grizzlies team who are shorthanded. You literally have your entire team, minus Kendrick Nunn and Trevor Ariza, who haven't played all year long, but you have your entire team basically, and you're going to sit here and tell me that you can't even compete with the Grizzlies? You can't show effort against the Grizzlies? I mean, what is it? They can't rebound, they turn the ball over, right? Defensively, they're struggling at times, so what can this Laker team do is my problem. So let me go over the players now because, obviously the game's not over, but I'm fed up with what I've been watching, okay? Let me talk about one player in specific because I have been on record defending Anthony Davis time and time again, saying, listen, he's been injured, right? He's been sick, and I appreciate how, he has fought through that. But what I don't appreciate is how sometimes he doesn't. I mean, he's 27 or 28, he's in his prime, and we've seen what he's capable of. He could go, talent-wise, he can go down as the greatest power forward of all time, but he is not even playing close to it, and my expectation was never, he's going to be the greatest power forward of all time. My expectation was, this is a guy who's going to come in and dominate. We saw what he did in New Orleans, right? With LeBron and Westbrook now, you have to expect some more ferocity coming from him. But all I'm seeing time and time again is that he's being bullied by other players who have no business of bullying him. This game, right, you saw Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson Jr. outplaying him, right? Last game it was Robert Williams of the Celtics. I mean, so many times we see opposing big men just bullying Anthony Davis. And why is that? Why is Anthony Davis all of a sudden, not all of a sudden really, but he's really under the microscope now? Why is he continuing to play like this? He's been the guy that has always spoke out, that has always said, you know what, like, we can win 10 to 13 games in a row, right? We got this. We're not concerned about the haters. So he's always the one to blame himself. I get it, AD. Your words, they're the right thing to say. But you're not backing it up with your action. You keep saying we can win 10 to 13 games in a row. Well, how about you win 3 in a row? Because it's embarrassing for the Lakers and for the fans to put so much faith into you guys. You have this kind of team, and I get that we're going to struggle early on. We all predicted it. At least I did. There's no way that we're going to start off number 1 seed in the West or anything. But you can't come out like this. I mean, this has happened so many times where they show low energy, no effort. They did it against the Blazers. They got blown out. They did it against Minnesota. That was probably the most pathetic blowout we had all season long. And now we're getting blown out by the Grizzlies without Ja Morant and Dillon Brooks. And AD, you keep on talking about, we can do this, we can do that. Then how about you do that? Stop saying it and start doing it. That's what pisses me off. All of a sudden you win one championship and you good? Like, are you injured right now? It doesn't seem like physically he is 100% like healthy. He's probably like 90-95% healthy because he's always injured. But still, like, we know what AD is capable of. And the reason why players like Charles Barkley have been so tough on him is because we know AD's potential, right? He was the kind of guy that could go for 40 and 20 casually on the Pelicans. I'm not asking him to do that on the Lakers. What I'm just asking is to play better than what he's doing now, getting bullied by players like Robert Williams. Dominate, dude. Be physical, be aggressive. And when people question whether or not he has a dog in him, I guess that's a validating statement, because I'm not seeing that consistent dog, that consistent just I'm going to dominate mindset every single match. It's only selective matches, which is why I've been defending him. It's like, well, he's had it sometimes, but he's been injured. No, forget that. Every player is injured in the NBA to some extent, and they go out and give it their all. This Laker team cannot continue playing like this. You know, I understand losing is one thing, but losing when you have no energy, no effort, that's another thing. I mean, you played pathetically on offense when it really mattered. You turned the ball over when it really mattered. AD, 16 points, 8 rebounds. That's not good enough, man. That is simply not good enough. I mean, you can look at the box score. That is just not good enough. I don't care what anyone says. AD can do better than this. And then LeBron James, right? You can look and say, well, he has a 20-point triple-double. Yeah, but he also has 5 turnovers. But I'm not going to blame... You know, when we have to rely on LeBron shooting threes, I mean... This is what I'm talking about, right? LeBron, AD, Russ. They're not playing 100% right now. They're not playing the best that they could right now, which is why I'm like questioning, why is this even happening? You have a Memphis Grizzlies team without Ja Morant and Dillon Brooks, and you are losing to them by double digits? I mean, by no means should this be happening. And what this comes down to is that Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are combined so far for 11 out of the 22 turnovers. They're getting out rebounded. They turn the ball over way too much. You're not going to win many games turning the ball over that many times. And then I'm going to go over a couple other players like, you know, Carmelo Anthony, Wayne Ellington. They're not, and Malik Monk. They're not necessarily playing all that well either. But what I'm just saying is I want to see us just get some form of consistency. We talk so much as if we've won something. Now, don't get me wrong, LeBron, AD, they've won, but has Russ won anything? Has Carmelo won anything? Has Malik Monk won anything? No. So overall as a team, this is a new team, so they gotta have the mindset like, hey, we haven't done anything yet. So we just gotta shut up and just go out there and give it our all. As opposed to saying, oh, you know, the haters will say this, the haters will say that, whatever, man. We can win 10 to 13 games in a row. Like, we know what we're capable of. Then show it. Show it. Because I'm tired of coming in here, game's not even over, and we're losing by double digits. Happens every time. For the people that have been watching my channel, you know this is not the first time it happened. I mean, I can just go ahead and list some games for you that I've recorded during the fourth quarter. This is not a first time thing. And this has got to change. That's all I got to say about this video. It's frustrating. Because when you come off a solid win, probably their best win of the year is what I labeled it. Their best win of the year. It's a playoff team that you beat, solid, double-digit win, and you come out next game looking like this? Now, I'm not concerned about the standings. I've mentioned that before. I'm not concerned about the standings. I just want us to get some consistency. And it just frustrates me that you beat a team like the Celtics and then you come out here against the Grizzlies without 2 of their best players and you show this kind of effort. Pathetic, embarrassing, and I don't want to hear anything from them. Honestly, they should be ashamed of themselves. Because all they do is keep talking about what they're going to do, but they never end up doing it. So, it's just frustrating. But if you guys enjoyed this video or agreed, drop a like, comment down below what you guys' thoughts were on the Lakers' loss to the Grizzlies, and subscribe for more. Alright guys, peace out, and go Lakers.